Hi guys, how we doing? Welcome back to another video. Another day to learn microcontrollers. So I'm learning off this platform called EBlocks, which is owned by my employer Matrix, and they have this curriculum, Introduction to Microcontroller Programming. I'm going through it, 101 pages. I'm currently on page 75. So the exercise I'm doing at the moment is inputting data. So what we did in the last video was we made it so that if I reset the microcontroller, when I press one of these buttons, I believe bit 0, then it counts up on the LEDs. And then if I press bit 1, then it counts down. So obviously you've got an 8-bit byte there and it counts up. So this video now, next bit of this curriculum is write a running light program. So a program that contains 2 loops causes the LEDs to run left when switch 0 is pressed, and cause the LEDs to run right when switch 1 is pressed. Displays the count on the LED array of a suitable port. So that's super easy. I mean, you literally just shift in left and right. That's nice. Alright, so I think this is all just pretty easy. So if we go back to Flowcode now, so this is the code from the last video. So I'm just reading in both the inputs, so my 2 push buttons. Let's bring this up here. I'm reading these 2 push buttons, bit 0 and bit 1, and then I've got a delay of 100 milliseconds to stop it from going wild. And then if you push that button, then instead of adding 1, just shift. So okay, wait, the running thing, to run left when the switch is pressed. Does that mean, I thought that was just to shift left, but you kind of suggest that it goes into like a permanent loop where you press it once and it just keeps going and it loops around, just keeps going that way. Which, let's do that because that's probably a bit more fun. So if you get input 0, then let's shift the counter left by 1, and if you get that, then let's shift it right by 1. And then can we stick that in a loop? Stick that in a loop to say shift left by 1 whilst the counter can I do not equals to? How do I do? Okay, there's a way to pull up all the, okay, there you go. So you got not whilst the counter is not, and then what is it, 128? Okay, that didn't work. I think I got to do brackets. Not, that didn't work. Damn. Expression. So whilst counter is equal to not, there you go. Okay, there we go. So whilst the counter is equal to not 128. Let's see what happens with that. So that means when I push the button, it should just send it that way until the counter is not equal to 128. Yeah, that's not fully correct, especially because I want it to loop back as well. But let's just see what happens. So I'm gonna push the button. I don't know if the software has started yet. Come on. All right. Not doing anything right now. Again, I don't know if the software has started or not. I suspect it's stuck in a loop somewhere now, or it's just done it that quick. Yeah, alright, I don't know. So that's a while loop. You're gonna get stuck in that while loop. So do I want to now move my delay to here? Don't know. Alright, let's think about this. So ideally, there's no guidance, and so there's a million ways of doing this. All right, so I push this button. What happens? It's already it. Okay. Nothing again, yeah. Again, yeah, because I guess I'm just getting stuck in that loop, but I'm not writing to the output or anything. So I guess, let's kind of Let me start again. I'm a bit lost right now. So all right, let's get rid of this. Get rid of this delay. Get rid of this loop. So let's just, I guess, confirm that this works, which is just shifting left and right. That is going to work. So shifting left and right. Up. Push the button. Oh, it's not sent yet. Come on. So shifting works, or should work, left and right. Come on, hurry up. Nope. So okay, the shifting is not working. The counter is equal to counter left one and right one, and then write the counter to the output. So why is that not working? I don't understand that. Let's set counter back to 0 maybe. I guess that's something that I didn't do. No, I don't want counter to be set to 0 at the end. I'm a bit lost, to be honest with you. I think. No, I don't know. I'm totally stumped here. So this is, I guess, where simulation comes into play, which is the good thing about Flowcode, that you can simulate. So if I go to simulation mode, let's bring up my 2D panel, because I need to like rapidly develop here now, and the hardware is a bit slow. So I want outputs, and well, I don't know what I want. What I want is an array. So I can show 2D only, or an LED array. Didn't I just select 2D only? LED array, that's what I want. So I want port B. Okay. We can close that. So if I run this now in debug mode, what happens? Where's my simulation parameters? Oh, there, simulation speed. Alright, so what's it doing? It just says it doesn't have any inputs, which it doesn't. So I need switches on my simulation. So can we do a switch array? Do these on to port A. Okay, run our simulation again. I'm just trying to set up my same situation. So now if I press this, this should then go into input 1 is true. Yep, and then it shifted the counter. So can I look at my counter variable? So currently I've turned off bit 0, turned on bit 1. Yeah, I can't, my counter doesn't, over here does not have any value. Just 0. I don't know why. This might be one I have to give up on. I guess I'm not shifting the counter value correctly. Would be my guess, but I don't know that. Okay, so let's just do counter is equal to counter times 2, and then counter is equal to counter divided by 2, because then at least then that's the exact same thing in terms of moving through binary, because obviously binary is base 2. So if I press on there, nothing again. I'm confused. It can see the inputs on and it's incremented the counter, but it hasn't. Oh, because counter is 0, so you can't times 0 by 2. Okay. Deary me, this is tricky. So why did it work before and now it's not working? The counter is equal to 1. Set that up in our initialization. There we go. Run again. Alright. So where's my panel gone? 2D panel. Okay. That's working now. Alright. So let's try the bit shifting again. Because I like that more than the multiply and divide. So shift right by 2 there and shift left by 2 there. Or by 1 actually, right? By 1. Alright, go again. So initialize to 1. We don't have any inputs. Oh, apparently we do have an input. What the hell? I haven't pressed any of the switches. Like remembered. What on earth, mate? This simulation is buggy. That should be a no, so it should shift left 1. Okay. So this now should work on my real hardware. So let's try that. And then so I can go back to try my while loop thing again. I guess I didn't test to make sure the basic code worked. I kind of got ahead of myself there. All right, so that code should be running now. Yep. So it's set that bit on. If I hold the button, hey, and it's just gone. Will it come back? No. So to get it back, I've got to reset it. So what I hoped for is that obviously this is only an 8-byte. So this is only an 8-bit 1-byte variable. So once I hit that and it goes off, it's now gone forever. So there's no way of going left and bringing it back. So if I reset the controller, I can go right this way and I can come back left this way. But obviously once it steps off there, it's gone forever. So okay, that's fine. So now if the input is on, we want it to run. I don't really know what that means. Causes the LEDs to run left when switch is pressed and run right when switch 1 is pressed. So I think I'm going to stop there, to be honest with you, because I don't actually know what that means, and I guess what I would like to have done, but this is just getting on too long. And again, this is, programming this in C would be pretty easy, but in this Flowcode and with microcontrollers, I don't fully know what I'm doing, and I'm annoyed that this curriculum is not giving me any guidance. So what I expect, or what I think about, what comes to my mind, I guess, is that if the input is pressed, then I'm kind of thinking so you read the input, then you start writing there as long as you're holding it, which is, no, that's what happens already. And then it loops back round there. So I can do that. We've done that already previously. So I can have it so that it just keeps looping that way and it keeps looping that way, which I have done before. I can't remember how we did it. Go on. All right, go on. Let's just do it quick. Come on. So if you're holding that button down, then go shift everything left that way until it equals 128. Once it equals 128, what do we do? We don't want to set it immediately back to 1. That wouldn't be right. What, can I just increase the counter's variable size to an integer? Did that work last time or no? I can't remember. But I mean, regardless, we still have the same issue. If you held it down 32 times, you get the same issue. So let's keep it a byte. So if counter is equal to 128, then what do we do? I guess if the counter is equal to 128 and the button's still pressed, then okay, let's try that. So if the counter, oh dear. So decision, and we're going to say if the counter is equal to 128, and will this work? And will that work? I have no idea. Why is it unhappy? If the counter is equal to 128, do I need a double equals? I don't know. I need some guides on this. So if I press this, what happens? Decisions. Okay, I got a wiki. Okay, there we go. Counter is equal to, assuming that the variables have been previously defined, all the following are valid conditions. So okay, so I need it in brackets. That's okay. So I do counter 128 and what do we want? Input 0 and input 0. Oh, nice. What a good wiki. That was a nice wiki. So if the counter is equal to 128 and you still want to increment, then set the counter to be equal to 1 and go again. Yeah? That makes sense. So if I compile that, I think that makes sense. What I'm not sure about is where do you put this bit of code now that I've, did you put it at the bottom or I don't know. What makes sense to me from a PLC world, you got your inputs at the top, you got your logic in the middle, and you got your outputs at the bottom. So now I'm at 1, so if I keep going up to 128, hey. Although I can't really see is 128 turning on there. I don't have to test that. Yeah, I can't see 128 turning on, which I've had this problem before. So if it is equal to 128 and the input's on, then delay incrementing the counter just a little bit so we can see. This is when I'm now choosing it. Then write the output to that LED for like 250 milliseconds or something. Or let's just give it 100, see what happens. And then set the counter to 1. And then write that to the output. That's a bit of this is a cheese ball method. This is not correct. And I would like to know what is correct. And this is what I'm not enjoying about this curriculum. Because I'm not happy with this code. I feel like I'm cheesing it. But you have given me no solutions. There's not even solutions at the end of the curriculum to say, here's the right answers. No example code. No correct code that I can download. So I've broken. Oh no, I've broken it. I've clicked on the wrong button. Alright, ready? So it's gonna go on. It stayed on there for a bit, didn't it? So you can see it. It does turn on there, but it does also just immediately jump as well. So yeah, that needs to just be a bigger delay. But it's still not fully correct that. But anyways, it's cheese ball method. Best I can do. So let's have it go the other way now. So if I hold down, what happens? It just falls off again. So if the counter is equal to 1 and you've got input 1 on, then write the counter value and wait 250 milliseconds and then set the counter value to 128. Just do the inverse. And there we go. We have a cheese ball program, which I believe is fully going to work now. So it's just currently downloading, screen's flicking. So we're confident it's going to count up fine. Yeah, man. Alright, ready? There we go. Now down. Hey, it's the 250 milliseconds is too long there. Even that is a bit too long. Well, yeah, anyways, you get the point. I mean, I would probably make that just maybe make these delays 150 milliseconds or 250 milliseconds, 200 milliseconds, 150 milliseconds, and I think that would be perfect. But I mean, it's good enough, isn't it? Quickly, let's just quickly download this and see how it goes. Okay, ready? Oh, it hasn't started. Why hasn't it started? Oh, it's not finished yet. Screen flickered a bunch. Anyways, yeah, I mean, if you enjoy these videos, let me know, please. I enjoy making them. I'm learning, and I just figured I'd tag you along with me. And I do these videos mostly so that I can go back in future and laugh at myself and be like, damn, Hamid, you really didn't know anything, did you? Remember that time you was using Matrix E-blocks boards and trying to teach yourself microcontroller programming? Is that okay? That LED is turning on. It's just really fast. It looks, you can't see that LED turn on there. Bit 7 there, so it's on there. Then boom. Okay. But look, at that point you can't see it. What about the other way? Do you see the first LED turn on? Oh, it's gone. I've lost it. I've broken my code. What happened? What happened there? So okay, so I went up, and then I went back down, and then it just kind of it fell off. I think. Yeah, it's gone again. I guess it's lost like one of these conditions here, whereby I've put if the counter is equal to 1 and the input's 1, but that's not true, I guess. So maybe at that point I need like a, if that's not true, why have I put it after the output as well? I don't know. Anyways, all right, that's good enough, isn't it? So thanks for watching, guys. Quick little tidbit. I did try to use this thing before, and I had a problem with it because I intuitively, or wrongly, I guess, thought if I just plug that in there, I have 3, 6, 9, 12 push buttons that are just the same as these push buttons. But it's not. This isn't actually just like a random random selection of 12 push buttons. This is actually a keypad. So you see that? It's actually a keypad with a star and a hash 0, 1, 2, 3 aligned like a keypad. And so the way that this works is it's like a level shifting thing. So I'll use it in one video eventually at some point. But I just thought I'd just explain that. I'm the Dumbo here, and this thing actually probably does work. Cool. Alright, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.